Carlos, how are you?
Hello, teacher. I'm very good. And you? I thought
Yeah,
it was
well,
late.
too. No, don't worry. I mean, I was finalizing another class. That's where but you know that we always have this like tolerance
Yes.
of 5 minutes, so that most of
Yep.
you got into. Right, wonderful. We missed you yesterday, by the way.
Yeah. I was in the university, Gabriel school. We were at the authorities possession, so I had to go
Hmm.
there, and we spent like 4 hours for nothing.
Wonderful, wonderful. You were elected for some charge.
Yeah. Yeah. Uh,
Wonderful.
Counselor, you said counselor. The day they ask you,
Counselor,
counselor, you
yes,
said.
like consejero, counselor.
Yeah, consejero facultativo.
Oh, wonderful. Very
That is.
interesting charge. Congratulations on that, by the way.
Thank you, teacher.
All right, wonderful. Okay, so let's wait for the rest to get into. All right, wonderful. So good evening, dear students. So today, as we were discussing yesterday, we're going to practice for the second task of the writing section. And now I am able um, to break out your classmates, that is to say, to break out the class into participants. Okay, so this is what we're going to do. We're going to have today two different groups, okay? you're going to collaborate each other to write down an essay responding, as we saw yesterday, a personal question. For you, Carlos, who were not yesterday present, we simply saw, the second writing task. It's about, reading a statement very similar to the one of the first speaking task, if you remind, right?
Yes, teacher. Actually, I saw the video in the afternoon.
Oh, you saw it?
So
Oh,
yeah.
wonderful. Okay, so you already know. Okay, great. So given that everybody knows how to do this, what we're going to do, well, okay, so now we have the possibility to create two groups. No, we're gonna, okay, yeah. Okay, so we're gonna create, okay, again, recreate two, okay. So we're gonna have two different participants, okay? We're gonna have, or two different groups. The first group is going to be composed of Carlos, of Marines, and Miguel. The second group is going to be composed of Carolina, of Jessica, and Laura. And what you're going to do is basically to work together in order to write down your essay, okay? So let me show you my screen. Okay. Here I have the statement that we are going to be using for you to write your essay, okay? So please look at it. It's here. Okay, no. Okay, here. So this is going to be the task, okay? So let me paste this to the chat box, and now we're going to open two different documents, okay? The first one, as I said, is going to be group one, and group one is going to be composed, remind, of Carlos, Marines, and Miguel Angel Silva. You're gonna be the first group. So this group is going to be, okay, this is gonna be first group essay. First group essay. Okay, so now let me share it with you. Yes. Yes. Just a second. Okay, wonderful. So now I'm gonna go here. Sorry for this. Okay, wonderful. So please, group one, get into your document. I am sending you the link to the Google document right now. Get into it. Okay, it's also this one. So first group, remind Carlos, Marines, and Miguel, get into that document. That is going to be your document for today's class. And now I'm going to create the one for the second group. Okay, so now it's going to be second group essay. Second group essay. All right, wonderful. Second group essay and second group essay. Okay, wonderful. No, sure. Yes. Make second here, here. Okay, now. Yes and yes. Okay, that's it. So students Carolina, Jessica, and Laura, you're gonna be the second group. Okay, so get into the second link and send it right now to the WhatsApp groups. Okay, so there you are. Now, what is going to happen? I'm going to separate the class into two different groups, okay? What you're going to do, okay, is once you, I know, once another student got into, okay, that one is going to go to, that one is going to work with me, okay, doesn't matter. We're going to write down an essay too. Okay, so what is the point here? What we're going to do is the following, okay? I'm going to divide you into your rooms, and within the room, I want to discuss, okay, among each other, who is going to write the introduction, the first, the second, the introduction, who is going to write down the body, and who is going to write down the conclusion, okay? The three parts of the essay, okay? So you have to sort it out in order to, by agreement, decide who is going to write down the different parts of the essay, okay? So maybe you decide for the group two that Marina is going to do the introduction, Carlos the body, and Miguel the conclusion. I let it to you. I just I'm proposing you a little bit of democracy here. Decided I'm on you. And for the group 2, Carolina, Jessica, and Laura, you're gonna decide to within your group. Okay, you have to talk and you have to decide it. Okay, I'm gonna give you a matter of 2 minutes in order to decide it. Okay, and once you tell me who is going to write down, I mean, you have to do it quickly because I'm gonna give you 2 to 4 minutes to decide that. And once you have it, we're gonna begin the 30 minutes. Okay, that in this case we're just going to be using, I think 15. It's fine, right? Because we are gonna work in this essay collaborating, okay, with like 3 persons for each essay. So I think it's fine to have 15 minutes. Okay, so remind that. All right, so for the rules that I have already created, I'm going to create the rules, and please discuss it there. You have your time. Okay, so go. And with the students who got recently, I'm going to discuss right now. So join, go. All right. Now, Jadi, okay. Wonderful. Okay, so Jadi. Jadi and oh no, Laura, you're okay. Laura, remind that you have to go to the second group. You can see in your screen, right? It says join or join to the little group. Go to it, join to this short group, and you're gonna be working with your classmates. Okay, Laura. Remind that. Okay, so for Jadi and Claudia, listen to me. What I'm going to do right now is that I'm going to, assign you to a group. Okay, in this case, Jadi and Claudia, you're gonna work with me. Okay, so let me give you right now. Okay, I'm gonna create another document. What we're going to do is to work together, okay, in order to finalize this essay. Okay, so you, Jadi and Claudia, you're gonna work with me. We're gonna be 3, and the other groups are also composed of 3 integrants. So we are very well. All right, so let's create a document for us. So in this case, this is going to be our group. Okay, our group is going to be, I don't know, this is going to be Mandarina's group. Okay, we're not just going to be their group, but Mandarina's group, because we are cool. We're cooler than the others. All right, Mandarina's group. So this is going to be our essay. I'm going to save it, and like this, and like this. So Jadi and Claudia, go to the WhatsApp group. You're gonna notice that I'm sending another link, and that one, the third one, it's for us. Okay, so get into it, and let's decide who wants to write down the introduction between you.
I can write the introduction.
All right, Claudia, would you like to write down the body so that I can simply conclude the essay?
Okay, I'm sorry, teacher, but what about is it? I will just log in. I am not sure about it.
Oh yeah, don't worry. So the essay is going to be about this, and I'm pasting it to the chat box. Do you prefer to work from home housing, a computer, or to go to your job location? Provide specific details to support your explanation. That is going to be our topic. So we have to decide if we are going to agree or disagree with it. Jadi, Claudia, what do you prefer in your case? Do you prefer to work from your home using a computer, or you prefer to go to your job location? In your case, what do you prefer?
Well, in my case, I prefer working from, well, going to my job, to my job location. But
all right,
I know.
What about Jadi? Do you prefer as well to go to your job location?
Yes, I can work here on my cell phone. I can write. It's not a problem.
I mean, yes, you can write, but remind Jadi that your exam is going to be with a keyboard, so you wouldn't be like really having the experience of how you know it. Do you have any access to a computer right now?
Right now, I don't. I haven't. I just in my cell phone. But I can open the document and write on it.
Fine. Yeah. Okay. So for today, it's fine. But remind that for the other practices, try to get your keyboard. Okay. Because with cell phone, it's simply not the way that it works. But very good. Don't worry. So, okay, so we're going to defend the proposition that Claudia said. We're going to argue in favor of this. That is to say that we prefer to work from or in our job location, okay? We're going to write down the essay about that. So, Jadi, you're going to write down the introduction, okay? You're going to use all the template that I presented you yesterday. You're going to say that you're going to present some facts or some phrase if you have it in order to demonstrate that to work in the job location, it's better. Then Claudia is going to expose the arguments. Remind that you have to use 2 arguments, okay? So you're going to give 2 arguments in order to support our position that to work in the job location, it's better. And I'm going to finalize with a recommendation, okay? It's fine? It's understandable?
Yes.
All right,
Yes.
wonderful. Okay, let's get into it. Okay, so I'm gonna just give me a second, okay? I'm gonna go to the other groups to tell them that we are going to start, and then we are going to begin with you, okay? Just give me a
Okay.
second. Okay, I'm going to go with these fellas. I'm sorry for that. Okay, wonderful. So the breakout room. So give me a minute. I'm going to come back. Okay, dear students, begin to write down, okay? It's time. We're gonna have 15 minutes, so please begin now, okay? Begin to write down your introduction, Yadi, and also Claudia, okay? Begin.
Teacher, do you change the settings of the document? Because now I can't write. I don't know why. I don't know if Claudia can.
Can you write, Claudia?
Well, wait, I was saying other things.
I can write. Can you? Right now I can. I don't know if something happened. Let me see. As far as I see, it says editor, so you should be able. Okay, I'm gonna give you the link again. Try to get
Yeah,
into
I'm
again.
doing that. Okay.
All right, wonderful. Here and also here. Okay, so if you are not able to do it yet, come back and get into again. Okay, so please begin. Right now, you were able, Jadi, Claudia?
Yes, I am.
Yeah.
All right, wonderful. So begin, please. I'm gonna go with the other groups. Okay, give me a second.
Okay.
All right, so I am with you now. I'm going to begin to write. Okay, I'm going to go Here, okay. We have to win, okay, team. We have to win this. All right, let's go.
Teacher, do you know how do you say papelería in English? I forgot.
Papelería? Like in what sense?
Like
Like
the papers, pens, all that you use when you are working. A
could it be,
stationery trail? I don't remember.
yeah, the supplies office could be. The supplies office. Mhm. Yeah, supplies office, la oficina de suplementos. It's fine.
Okay.
All right, wonderful. All right, continue, guys. I just finished to write down the conclusion, so I'm gonna go and see how are the other groups doing. Okay, so give me a second and please continue.
Okay.
All right, wonderful. All right, the time's up. So I'm going to return your classmates, and
Okay.
we are all going to reunite here again so that we can review and correct the essays, okay? You're going to see that they're going to begin to come back.
Okay.
Okay, they know they have to come back. Okay, second group and first group. First group, second group. Right, the first group has worked very well. Right, 10 final seconds, they're all going to come back. Right, here they come. Right. Wonderful. Hello, guys. It's nice to see you again, reunited with me. I was missing you. Okay, so let's go and review our the essays. Let's see who is the winner for this first example, this first competition. Okay, stop writing. I can see that you're still writing. Stop writing, Dragon. I know you will stop writing. All right, thank you very much. So let's go with the first group. We're gonna use the we're gonna make it in order. Okay, so could somebody in the first group tell me, please, what is the position, just in case, so that I know?
It's better to work at a job location.
All right, wonderful. So let's see. Many workers around the world have a consensus point that working from your job location. Work with me, by the way, okay? So if you see some mistake, tell me. We're going to correct. All right. So many workers, it says, around the world have a consensus that, here, okay, have a consensus that working from your job location keeps you completely focused on your everyday tasks, so you can achieve your goals, contrary to what will happen if you're working in a place with a lot of distractions. Likewise, as we all know, okay, by the way, here, remember that when you are using these connectors, you have to use them always with a period, okay, and comma. For example, in this case, it would be for this, it would be dot, period, likewise, comma, and then you move on. Likewise, like this, right? You can see, right? Likewise, comma, and then, as we all know, companies and institutions must provide their workers with the necessary tools for them to fulfill their tasks in the best way. Below the motives. Very good. Okay, this is the only thing that I would comment, but very good for introduction. Let's go with the arguments. Firstly, working in an office where there is nothing but the materials needed is very convenient for the company staff. All right, very good argument. I like it. It's very elaborate, convincing. Due to the fact that people normally tend to get distracted by anything among them, it is harder to concentrate when you are at home between everything you see and use day by day. Very good. The usual things you have next include the usual things you have next to you induce you to use them whenever you want to exit from something boring or repetitive. Very good. Exemplifying, if there is something common near you, you will get distracted by it no matter how concentrated you are. All right, in this case, the example, well, for me, this doesn't look very much as an example, but just as a clarification, right? Because you are somehow, again, you are indicating something. You are stating that this is the case, that if you find this near you and if you're at home, you're going to get distracted, yes or yes. It is not an example as such. I would say it's more like, again, like an assertion, una afirmación. So try to give it a more, familiar and let's say a story form. For example, you could have said, when I was working at home, I got distracted by my Rubik's Cube, let's say, by my Rubik's Cube every single time, right? This would be an illustration because in this case, you are somehow telling a story, right? You're giving some circumstance or experience that happened to you that illustrates the point, because in this case, I think it's merely reaffirming the point. Okay, but very good. Doesn't matter. Okay, you're learning. Don't worry. It's very well. But with regard to the argument, very well elaborate. Very well done. Okay. Secondly, the job requires, I'm sorry, attention and focusedness, which is crucial in order to succeed at work. Very good. In fact, going to a job location takes the employee to work area out of his home. Good. It is important to have all the tools and equipment with you when your objective is to perform a quite good job. Very good. To conclude, going to the job location is by far the best choice since the worker can be more focused. Yes. Furthermore, the work. Yes. I mean, in this case, I see that you included a summary and later you gave a recommendation. It's fine. You can make it, of course, if you have time, as in this case. The people go to their jobs rather than staying at home because they can make use of the reasons mentioned previously and have a marvelous, I like this word by the way, marvelous development. Okay, very good. I like this one. Okay, congratulations to those who wrote this one. Very good one. Okay, let's go with the second group. Let's see. Okay, they're not writing that. Okay, they are not. Okay, wonderful. So let's see. Due to the coronavirus, by the way, could somebody tell me what is the premise for this one? Second group? No? Don't worry.
Yes,
Okay.
we prefer to, well, we decided to, that we prefer to work at home.
All right. Wonderful. Thank you very much. So let's see. It says due to the coronavirus pandemic, due to the coronavirus pandemic, around different countries of the world, many companies, workers, and in general, all of us, okay, were completely affected. Good. That is why, to take care of our health, the companies decided to work from home using a computer and thus try to continue working and fulfilling their responsibilities to work. Likewise, in several countries, the decision of doing some home office was adapted and people take action to this new change in our lifestyle due to the following reasons. Okay, like it. There are more profits about working at home. In this case, it will be for working at home, right? Or if working at home, right? There are more profits if working at home or for working at home, okay? Because about will be sobre. Hay más ganancias sobre trabajar en la casa, but doesn't make sense, right? It will be if working at home, si se trabaja en la casa, or for working at home, para or al trabajar at home, right? But that will be the recommendation here. It will be if, like this, if, okay? Right, very well. Very well, anyways, it's fine. First of all, okay, here, for example, fest, it's a right fest, but it is fine. Okay, first is the case. So, but remind, for example, when you say first of all, remind this is a connector, right? So whenever you're using connectors, remind, as I also recommended to the other group, you have to use connectors in that way with a period. Let me move this a little bit. And you say, and you start obviously with your capital letter, first of all, and comma. That is the way you use the connectors, okay? With a period, always prefacing the connector, your capital letter, as in this case, as you can see, F, M, first of all, comma, and then you continue, right? That is the way to use connectors, with a period, prefacing the connector, and the connector with a capital letter, and finalizing with a comma, okay? Very good. Okay, first of all, it's comfortable. The person already goes to your desktop, manage, you find the place suitable because you know you always have worked there, very good. However, sometimes you get bored about the same place, all right? For example, this phrase here, remind that I recommended you that if you have already chosen that you're going to defend working at home, never express or suggest something against your own topic. Because as far as I understand, you are defending that it's better to work at home, right? But by this phrase, I understand that you're saying it also has its negative consequences. Okay, maybe it is the case, but remind that you're trying to convince your reviewer that this is the right option. So it will be counterproductive if you include negative aspects of your decision, right? So try to avoid these expressions and try to always write down in favor of your position. Right? Always in favor of your position. Okay, this is for all. Okay, try to apply the recommendations I'm giving for this group and for the other for all your writing, because now you're going to write down alone. Okay, right? Always in favor of your position. Okay, never against your position. All right, very good. Comment this and move on. Nevertheless, being in a reliable workplace leads to use your own material and computer. Very good. Furthermore, here is very well used the connector, right? Because you're preceding it with a period and capital letter, right? And comma. The greater use you give to your computer, the more hardness you will get. Okay, the word here, very good. That means you can work faster and more efficient. Very well. Besides, here, for example, another connector. Besides, you should have reading it. Period, capital letter, comma. Besides, you can work late, right? Office has a schedule, right? Furthermore, one of the advantages due to the COVID-19 pandemic had to use technology forcibly, and therefore there was an advance in work from home, something that was not very common in past years. Good. In fact, this connector is very good. In fact, right? Point, capital letter, comma. This is to be one of the reasons why companies had to identify which jobs can be done from home. Very good. Okay. Finally, okay, well, they were not able to finish, but anyways, very good. Don't worry, good essay, by the way. The arguments were interesting, and I like that you defended a different position from the other group, but very good. Okay, wonderful. And let's go to my personal group, Mandarina's group. We name it. Okay, this is Mandarina's group. I wrote this one with 2 of your classmates. Let's say, by the way, we are defending also that it's better to work at your job place. Okay, so it says, I strongly believe the introduction that work in a job place is at the same time as much comfortable and people are focused on what they need to do. The diversity of facilities that an office can provide, including working with partners and shared ideas in a common place, is a good reason for working there. I will try to examine below the specific reasons why I consider that everyone should work in their job place. Very good, right? This is fulfilling with all the requirements of the template. So now, first, the suitable environment. The work place provides all that is needed to make proper work, from the equipment, the internet connection, the supplies, office, and place where all your teammates are working as well. Good. As a matter of fact, this is well used, right? A connector preceded by the period, by the capital letter, and with the comma. Good. It is easier to work when the people around you are doing just the same. Good. Exemplify them. If you got stuck at some point, you can brainstorm with your team, and if there is some issue with the equipment, you can ask TI for help at the moment. Very good. Wow, this was a very good illustration. Furthermore, the communication, well, nowadays, the workflow, just give me a second. All right, I'm sorry. So furthermore, the communication, the workflow, and team spirit tend to be better when there's human contact. Wow, very good argument. I didn't read this. Well, nowadays, technology has made working from home. There are still some issues that they cannot be solved as well by working apart. There can be misunderstandings created by, okay, she didn't finish. And this is the conclusion. To round off, I would like to offer a very productive counsel. It has been argued that getting a job in outer space is very difficult. Thus, some people try to direct this and disencourage older aspirants to stay at home and work from there. Nonetheless, this should not be handicapping them. If people really appreciate the aforementioned advantages, they should simply go out and look for a job. We're the pioneers in all discipline. Okay, this part right here, right? This is a mistake. This discipline. Disencouraged because of the difficulties to attain success, we will never have progress. Let all people bring their curriculums and visit every single corner of the world until they find a place to work and change the current panorama. Right? Wonderful. So, very good. I don't know. I mean, I like the first group's essay. The second one was also very good. Mandarina's essay was very good too. So yeah, I mean, I think we are going to say that it's a tie, but nonetheless, very good. Any question? Anything that maybe you want me to help you with in the essay? Any group can tell? Anything? No? All right. So let's do it again. Another statement. Look at this. Okay, in this case, you're gonna have your final 10 minutes, okay, to write down your. You're just gonna have 10 minutes in this case in order to write down the essay because of the time. And once we finish, okay, you're going to come back to the room, but the different advices or commentaries, I'm going to write them for you after we finish the class. Okay, so you're going to be able to see what I wrote for you, the recommendations, after the class finishes. Okay, but nevertheless, I'm pasting right now to the chat box the new statement. So I'm going to create again the rooms. Decide among you who is going to do any part. If you want, repeat, and please, okay, you have until the last of the class, that is to say 10 minutes in order for you to finish. Okay, so I'm going to write down the classes again, and once you get into your little room or your short room, begin to write down. Okay, because we're getting out of time. I'm going to stop this. Okay, so go to your break rooms, right? The same ones. And the people, of course, are going to be Claudia and Jelly are going to stay with me. Okay, we're going to work together. So come back and write down your essay for that one. Okay, do it in the same document, by the way.
Oh, okay.
The same document. Write it down. Go. Okay. So, Jadi and Claudia, let's go.
Yeah.
Yes, let's begin. Let's, for example, Claudia, now you're gonna do the introduction. Jadi, let's go with the body, okay? You're gonna write down the body, and I'm going to continue writing down the conclusion, okay?
Okay, so which one is going to be our position?
Let's defend the most difficult one. Let's say stay up until 12 a.m. because this is the
Okay.
most difficult one, right? Let's try to do that one as a challenge. Okay, so
Okay.
we're going to defend that it is better to stay up until 12 a.m. Okay, remind. So please, Jadi, try to come up with some arguments for that particular premise and begin writing down, okay?
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Wonderful. Okay, I'm gonna write down the conclusion here, down below. So, to round off, All right, time's up. I'm gonna call the okay, your small groups. They're going to return, and we're going to have some evaluation. All right, wonderful. They're about to return. Just let's give them some seconds. Okay, here they come. Here they come. All right, wonderful. Thank you very much, dear students. So as I say, the recommendations and my observations for this particular essays, I'm going to be delivering them to you probably tomorrow. I mean, well, today, maybe today night or tomorrow, okay? More probably tomorrow. But if you want to finish, for example, the essay, okay, with your teammates, you can make it, okay? When you have free time, try to finish your ideas because, well, maybe many of you were not able to finish. Do it whenever you have time, and I'm going to be correcting that essay, okay? And that is exactly what we're going to continue doing tomorrow anyways, so don't worry, okay? So before you go, I'm gonna take the list, so please remain with me for a while. And while I do that, of course, help me with the traditional poll, okay? Gonna help me a lot today. And actually, we're gonna be having 2 polls because it's Wednesday. On Wednesdays, we have to do 2 polls, okay? But it's okay. So let's go to the list, and I'm going to call out your name. Let's see. Okay. Let's begin. It's Claudia Velasquez, Cecilia here. Claudia Cecilia. Yes. Okay, I see her. Maybe she has some trouble with her microphone. I say, okay, she's present. Oh, it's another. Okay, I think that I'm wrong. This is another Cecilia. So what about Maria Fernanda? Maria Fernanda Rivero? No. Okay. Caballero López, Carlos.
Here, teacher.
Wonderful. Marines Genesis.
Here, teacher.
Okay. Okay, so please don't go. Wonderful. So I'm gonna end this poll, and now please help me with it with this other poll. Okay, it's a very short poll. It only has 2 questions, but I am requested that you have to fill it. Okay. And finally, okay. What about Marines Genesis? It's here. Genesis, Marines.
Here, teacher.
Wonderful. Thank you very much. What about Yandira Lisette?
Present.
Wonderful. Thank you very much, Yadi. Yadi is here. Ugarte Boni Daira. Boni is here. Okay. What about Claudia, Patricia, Jennifer?
Present.
Thank you very much. What about Laura, Leticia, Amani, Choque?
Present teacher.
Thank you very much, Laura. What about Alvaro, Chayapa? Okay. Alvaro was not here today. Jessica Gutierrez?
Here, teacher.
Wonderful, thank you. And finally, Miguel Angel Silva?
Present teacher.
All right, wonderful. So thank you very much, dear students, for your presence and for all your responses. So see you tomorrow. I'm gonna send you those recommendations and observations as fast as I can. Okay, so please wait for them and see you tomorrow because we're going to continue practicing for this same section. Okay, thank you very much and have a very good night.
You too,
Thank you,
teacher.
teacher.
Bye bye. Take care.
See you. Bye bye.
See you, teacher.